Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a long overdue episode of Ted's Soft Drinks Reviews. Now, it's obviously common practice for me to do one or two episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar a week, but I thought I'd just change it up at least for this week and do a episode of Ted's Soft Drinks Reviews, which I haven't done in quite a while. And I've been thinking about this particular brand of drink that I'm sure you've all seen in the shops here in the UK, as well as probably in the US as well, that you may well have obviously seen advertised in many a place, and that is the sports drink Prime. Particularly in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Meta Moon flavour. Now, as many of you will know, this is of course the drink that's been made and branded and sponsored by the famous YouTubers KSI and also Logan Paul. And, you know, Logan Paul obviously being super famous and popular in the US, and to a degree in the UK as well, and vice versa in the reverse sense for Mr. KSI. I mean, if you've seen this advertised anywhere, you most likely have seen it advertised somewhere over the last year and a bit or so, and obviously those two drink it in many of their videos as well. So yeah, I'm sure it gets a lot of people hooked when they see their most favourite YouTubers drinking it. Now it says on the back here, Prime was developed to fill the void where great taste meets function, with bold, thirst-quenching flavours to help you refresh, replenish and refuel. Prime is the perfect boost for every endeavour. We're confident you'll love it as much as we do. Humbly, the Prime team. You know what? I like that message. It's emphatic, it's giving a bit of the message that they want to get across, but it's straightforward. A lot of messages like this that a lot of drinks companies have on the backs of their bottles or cans usually tend to kind of overly flowery explain things in a way that's just a bit too pretentious to me. So I like that they've just kind of gotten to the point here. It also says on the back that it's made up of 10.5% coconut water. It's got 250 milligrams of BCAAs. It's got B vitamins, antioxidants, and it's got 700 milligrams of electrolytes. And from what I can tell as well, the Meta Moon flavour is caffeine free as far as I can see. It also says here no artificial colours or flavourings, which is nice. And yeah, it generally looks pretty well rounded in terms of like a hydration sports drink kind of shindig. I also do like the design of the colouring in the labelling, the sort of like cosmic black with the stars there, kind of contrasts really nicely against the white background. My only criticism is that there's not really enough space on the label and the bottle for the branding and the writing to kind of really stand out and sell the character of this drink in comparison to some of the other flavours of Prime. But generally speaking, I do like the simplicity of it, and I think it does actually look pretty handsome. I was also going to say as well that on the official Prime website, I think you can buy a 12-pack of 500 milliliter bottles of Meta Moon for, I think it's, yeah, $24.99. I think that's not too bad for a sports drink like this. I'll give the labelling a 7 out of 10. It's very handsome, just some improvement that I think could be done around the formatting and the sizing of everything, to be honest. But generally, it looks pretty handsome. So, we'll have ourselves a quick snifter to see what our first impressions are like. That's not what I thought it'd smell like at all. It smells very lemony. Yeah, very citrusy. Hint of coconut oil. Bit of a guava-y sort of after smell there. Might just be me, but yeah, it's interesting. It is actually a nice nose. There's just something about the after smell there that I'm not really sure about. Can't really quite put my finger on it, but yeah, I'll give it again a 7 out of 10. There's just the after smell's just not quite really that nice though. Generally speaking, the nose is perfectly fine. It doesn't linger too long, and it's actually fairly pleasant. So yeah, not too bad. 7 out of 10, very respectable. But anyway, we'll have ourselves a quick palate cleanser of water. And then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. So, to everyone at home, let's see what this sucker tastes like. Bottoms up. Okay. So that it's really interesting. Like it feels like this is main through line is of just like this very basic citrusy flavour, and it's kind of undercut by this sort of slight candied coconut sweetness to it, that kind of actually does complement that citrusy flavour really nicely. In fact, it kind of almost feels like I'm drinking sort of lemonade out of like a coconut, like a hollowed out coconut almost. Yeah, and that's the main through line of the flavour, really. Like, it is a little bit overly sweet for my liking, and again, like the aftertaste isn't quite right. There's nothing outwardly terrible about it. It's just, I think it's just more so my personal tastes more than anything. But that being said, generally speaking, this is a good drinking experience. I can imagine, yeah, I probably would be more into the mood for this if I was doing a session at the gym or a nice long run or cycle. But generally speaking, in terms of like the sports and hydration drinks that I've had in the past, this is definitely on the higher end of the scale. It is genuinely quite nice, actually. It's a good drinking experience. The texture is nice and smooth and basic to let the characteristics of the flavour speak for themselves. The only thing is with it is that it is very sweet, to almost too sweet to the point where it's, my teeth are a bit sensitive to it. And also the fact that the aftertaste does kind of lack a certain character to it. It's hard to sort of describe. It's not like there's anything super bad with it. It's just, again, like with the nose and the label, I would improve some things about it. So I think, again, with the label and the nose, I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10. So it's a clean 7 out of 10 sweep across the board. Generally speaking, I think it is actually a good drinking experience. And it's a good hydration drink, but I think there are some things that I would just tweak a little bit. And then, you could push it up for being like a 8.5 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. I think it is actually really good, but just a few minor improvements, really. But anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, share, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar or Ted's Soft Drinks reviews, let me know in the comment section down below, as well as any other kinds of videos you'd like to see. And if you want to check out my social medias, I'll leave the links to all that in the video description down below. But until next time, have fun, stay safe for whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, drink responsibly, no limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar or Ted's Soft Drinks reviews. Take care.